FM. It runs from 11 to 12 noon and is relayed on Prime FM in Monrovia. Prime FM has a frequency of 105.5 FM. So it is a primary radio-based communication and information dissemination platform of Central. It is a key advocacy tool that provides essential information around the state of the fight against corruption, national integrity building efforts, as well as promotes the culture of accountability, transparency, integrity, and evidence-based decision-making across all sectors of Liberia. Under Center's National Integrity Building and Anti-Corruption Program, funded by the government and people of Sweden through the Swedish International Development Cooperation Agency, or SIDA, the radio program serves as an engagement, coordination, and advocacy platform that rallies citizens and other stakeholders' support for the fight against corruption and bad governance. As part of this program, Center has established the Advocacy and Legal Advice Center, known as ELAC. The ELAC is an independent platform that enables citizens to freely report and seek redress to corruption and other integrity-related issues within their communities, the counties, and places of work. At ELAC, there are a team of professionals, including lawyers, who are ready and willing to respond to whatever complaint you may file. So we encourage our citizens to take advantage of this process by engaging with our colleague at our ELAC program via the following means. Email is elac@center.org.lr. So it's ALAC@CENTAL.org.lr. The Facebook address is just Central ELAC. The hotline number, Lone Star Orange GSM, you can call, is toll free, meaning it's free of charge. So you can call 4432. That is 4432. That is the short code that you can use to call to report issues about corruption and integrity related. We have walk-in services. Center is located just opposite the John F. Kennedy Medical Center in Sinco, 22nd Street. You can come over and meet with our colleague. You need access to information, we can assist you in that light. The LCC has hotline numbers that you can call. The Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission has hotline numbers that you can call to report issues about corruption. So the LCC is the one clothed with the responsibilities of investigating and prosecuting all corruption matters. They also do and informative with zero tolerance on the use of invectives and other denigrating comments. So guests appearing on this platform, they are guided by the rule. So today is April 28, 2022, and we are playing host on this program to the president of the National Wings of Success Pastoral Network of Liberia. So he's Bishop Sylvester G. Wallace. He agreed to sit on this program so that we talk about issues in Christendom, how the church is helping to create and build the society with moral values and helping to build integrity amongst its members. So Bishop Wallace is in studio. We want to welcome him to studio. Bishop, welcome to studio.
Thank you.
Welcome again.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thanks for honoring our invitation to be here on the show. So usually on our program, we would take little things that matter in a jiffy so that we can go over to our guests to have more time to discuss about how the church is contributing to building moral values and helping to build integrity amongst its members and the country at large. So on little things that matter, we want to greet His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Liberia, Dr. George Manuel Weah, and the peace-loving people of Liberia. Good morning. Your Excellency, good morning. And we want to say thank you for the appointment at the Governance Commission. It is something that we've been talking about. We've been calling on you to do the needful by appointing heads of these different integrated institutions. And thanks for appointing, head of the Governance Commission. However, Your Excellency, we look forward to seeing additional appointments to the Financial Intelligence Unit and other integrity institutions, public integrity institutions in Liberia, so that we can show and see how we are committed to the fight against corruption. Your Excellency, we want to talk about the lack of electricity at public facilities, especially hospitals and the RRA, the Roberts International Airport. Your Excellency, this is very grave and serious, very grave, serious, and embarrassing. It is grave, serious, and embarrassing that the national airport, the face of Liberia, everyone coming to this country, the first impression that they will have, especially when they're coming by air, will be the Roberts International Airport. If the airport is becoming so embarrassing like as it is concerning. It needs serious attention. Your Excellency, you need to act. Why are you so silent on matters of serious concern? At what proportion do we expect it to reach before we can act? Do we want the worst to happen before we can take action? Do we want to have plane crash before we can take action? What do we want to see? We have denied it. Now it has come and manifested right before our very eyes. What else do we want to see? It is embarrassing, Your Excellency. You need to do something about this. We are concerned about this because it poses serious threat to our security. It poses serious threat and embarrassment to us and every one of us as Liberians. So we must do something and act very, very swiftly so that we don't see the worst scenario before we can take action. Your Excellency, we look forward to seeing you acting speedily. This is embarrassing. Seriously, it's a national embarrassment. If people are there who are struggling among themselves, as we've been hearing, it means that you need to do the rightful thing so that they can step aside and give way for the right things to happen. We cannot continue to have our country going in, the image of our country being dragged in the mud as it is. This is embarrassing. We need to do something. Act and act very swiftly. Thank you. Your Excellency, on that, we end that. But we want to talk about what's happening to funds that have been generated from key institutions. One, the same RRA. They don't have, they are telling us they don't have fuel to maintain stable electricity at the RRA. What's happening to funds being generated from the RRA? Number two, what's happening to funds being generated from the National Transit Authority? The National Transit Authority, the facility in which they operate is appalling. It's seriously appalling. You get to the place and you see that even the environment, what? No, we cannot do this as though they are not generating a dime. Now we have routes, different routes. Now we have buses running to Sierra Leone. And yet we cannot, even the staffers at the NTA, they complain of lack of, the salaries are not coming on time. We just recently we had a situation. Your Excellency, we need to do something about these things. The Ministry of Health, COVID-19 testing fees. What's happening to them? Who's taking these monies? Where are they going? The Ministry of Health, the last time the health minister appeared before the Senate, and she was struggling to answer where these funds are going. Yet we don't know where these funds are going. The collections are not done by the Liberia Revenue Authority. It's done by private banks. So who's collecting the money rather than going into government's revenue? They are going into private bank, and where is it ending up? Your Excellency, you need to talk something about these things. The COVID-19 testing fees that have been generated daily, millions of dollars being generated daily from COVID-19 testing fees. If you are leaving the country, you have to be tested. You're coming back, you have to be tested. And these fees are being generated every day. What's happening to them? We need to do something about it. We need to hear something about these things. Your Excellency, we want to end up on this note by ensuring that we add value to public service. People we employ in public service, let them come with something that they can offer to the Liberian people. We cannot have our payroll powdered with individuals who are doing nothing, and public service delivery become a challenge for the government of Liberia for years. Over 90% of our budget goes to salaries, but yet we cannot see what the services they are providing. Electricity becomes a challenge, yet these people are being paid. Water is a challenge. These people are being paid. You want to get passports, it's a challenge, yet these people are being paid. You want to get birth certificate, is a challenge, yet all of these people are being paid. What's happening, Your Excellency? Value for money, resources that are being paid to people that should work for it. People should not see government job like just a free place to get money. They should pay for what they get. Let them do something, provide something. We cannot employ people on the basis of friendship, partisanship, and cronyism. We cannot do that. We need to add value to public service. Thank you. All right, because of time, we'll skip the issue of the legislators, and we want to talk about elections, and you honor elections, and you want to talk about the code of conduct, part 5. Again, we will emphasize that part 5 says that anybody who's working as a appointee of the president of Liberia before they contest any public elected or office, they should resign 2 years prior to the elections. We have elections coming up in 2023, and people are still in offices. They are using public vehicles, and they are doing pre-campaigning. We see posters and flyers around the place, people burning vehicles with pre-campaign messages. The NEC is watching and doing nothing. Pre-campaign messages are being posted all around the place, and nothing is happening. The law, we must respect the rule of law. The law provides that the code of conduct prohibits any public official occupying position or using public facility for private gain. It is wrong. We cannot do this. We must respect the law. This code of conduct was tested by the former Bond County Superintendent, Serena Mappy. She went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ruled in favor of this law. It means that we must respect the rule of law, Your Excellency. We cannot live in a country where people don't respect the law. The people must be good leaders. They should show that by respecting the rule of law. Thank you so much. We want to stop right here. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We begin with our discussion with our guests. Let's take a break. Thank you. Thank you for rejoining us. And the program you are in tune to is called Integrity Watch. It's a 1-hour radio program. Integrity Watch, rather, is a 1-hour radio program brought to you by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. It is aired every Thursday on ECOWAS Radio 91.5 FM and are relayed on Prime FM in Monrovia. So today we have in studio as our guest, like we announced earlier, the Bishop Sylvester G. Wallace. He is the president of the National Wing of Success Pastoral Network. So they've been working in Liberia. He has come to tell us about what work they've been doing and how are they working to promote the culture of integrity in our country. So Bishop Wallace, again, you are welcome. Let's hear from you. How is the National Wing of Success Pastoral Network?
Well, thank you, Sam, for the invite. I can remember over 12, 13 years ago, when I had the opportunity to come to this station at a time. I was on the radio under the late Hotel Yasia, and one Ethiopian who always invite me called Seble. Yeah, and today I have the opportunity again to be in studio with you and for us to discuss the issue of the National Wing of Success, the biggest religious institution in this nation.
The biggest religious institution
in this nation.
Okay, so tell us what makes the National Wing of Success Pastoral Network the biggest religious institution?
Well, first of all, let us establish something. National Wing of Success have our own vision, and we have our mission. We were established October 2015 by the General who is the founder and the president. I'm pleased to announce now I've been called as the International Bishop of the National Wing of Success Pastoral Network.
Wow.
Bureau. We have our chapter in Nigeria, our chapter in Ghana and Sierra Leone. So about the 6th of July, the 5th, I'll be going to Lagos, where to inaugurate the chapter Nigeria been divided into 4 different sectors because Nigeria is very big. So I cannot be. I have a lot of bishop, and we have the College of Bishop under the National Winner Society.
The College of Bishops.
College of Bishop.
Okay.
We make bishop. National Winner Society. I have a root where I came from. Everyone have their own root.
Okay.
I have a root. 26 years ago, I opened in the Community of Christ Church.
Okay.
Where I serve as one of the acting leader. When serve acting president, first councilor, youth leader, choir director, and so that's my route.
Okay.
And if I have an institution, I have to follow my route.
All right.
So at the National Winner Society, we have our own vision. We wish to be a worldwide religious institution for dedicated person for peace and reconciliation. We also have our mission. We proclaim Jesus Christ in our entire nation. The purpose of the National Winner Success, while this institution was given to me by above the Lord, He asked me to gather pastors to pray for those in authority. In authority. When I came in student and I sat down, the Lord ministered one scripture to me. And the scripture is in the book of Psalm chapter 11, verse 3. When the foundation is damaged, what can the righteous do? So we're talking about integrity.
All right.
We're talking about building integrity. We're talking about holding standard moral
values.
Yeah, moral value. And we're also looking at behavior. So the National Winner Society Pastoral Network, we have over 20,000 pastors.
Over 20,000 pastors. Where? In Liberia? Across Liberia? I mean, you're talking about the 15 counties. How do you operate?
Thank you. We have our 73 district coordinator. We have our 15 county coordinator of the National Winner Society. By Tuesday, I will be into the counties. I'll begin to the county Tuesday. By God's grace, I'll over to raise a leave funding to visit my pastors in Bikiana, Magibi, and Mosorado.
What's the source of funding for the network?
Well, we have our sons. We have our sons.
For generous giving?
People bless the group. And in our country, pastors are people who say give, but they don't want to give. Let us face reality. There are many pastors don't give. Only those pastors who understand giving. For me, I'm a giver. So those that know me, they will tell you that Bishop don't have respect for money. So for the National Winners also, we have a lot of pastors. We put in our due, and some pay special
offering,
special or to the presiding bishop. They agree, but that money don't come for. But many of them will come.
So they commit to paying certain amount, but they don't live up to the commitment.
You have less than that.
Would that be? I mean, how do you call that?
Well, we just have to continue teaching them, because you cannot preach what you preach. You need to practice it. Because you cannot say give, and pastors are not giving. Pastors are very afraid to give. There are many pastors who don't give. Many pastors who do not pay offerings.
So, how do you encourage your members? You got over, you say how many?
Over 20,000
pastors across the country.
When we started 2015, we were 3,500 pastors.
So with the over 20,000 persons you have, members you have across the country, how do you help or encourage them to teach? They are saying something else and doing something else. How do they expect the members to do the same? I mean, we're talking about the issue of integrity.
Yeah, you should understand that the National Winner Society, we are not for one denomination. We are conglomeration
of different denominations.
Denomination. So people have the way they do things. We have a mandate from above put pastors together to pray for those in authority. We have our sons and daughters who have the opportunity to sit to key area to run the affairs of our nation. We serve with God asked me to gather them to pray for those guys to do the right thing. So if we look at then how they and they agree to come and be part of the National Window Society, that means that we don't have control over them. When we ask you, say, come, we come. We will say, let's go, so that we go. But the giving aspect.
Okay, but you have set rules that these pastors or these men and women of God supposed to abide by, right?
Sure. We have our bylaw, we have rules in place. We ask people.
Aside from your spiritual guidance that you give to people who are in authority, leaders who are in authority, what else do you do? Do you counsel them? Do you tell them that they are doing the wrong thing if you see the wrong thing happening?
Sam, you should know me. I stand for what I stand for. One of my son, he is the first son of the National Window Society.
Okay.
Honorable Tuare.
Okay.
Go to him and ask him about me. He'll tell you. I stand for what I stand for. I don't see white and say I'm black.
Okay.
I stand for what I stand for. I prefer to be a poor man than to be a rich man. Where I'm
a questionable rich man.
You see, today things is my integrity.
Okay.
What I stand for. I will tell you, one of the things I have the opportunity, I know where more corrupt money is. I know where more corrupt money is.
Did you say you know where more corrupt money are?
More corrupt money, I know.
Okay. How did you get to know that?
I know what more corrupt because I have friends who invite me many times and say, Bishop, this thing get white.
Do you wine and dine into the corrupt money?
No, I don't go there.
Okay.
I don't be part.
So what do you do when you see and know where these kinds of questionable money are? That we struggling with electricity at our international airport. Let
us look, Sam. Sometimes we look out on the national level, say in the government that people are corrupt. I have the opportunity. The late Jean ECOWAS who have a processing factory. Processing company, rubber processing company in Bomi County. And James Cooper and the former senator has a problem. And James Cooper came to the National Window Society Pastoral Network for help and for us to be. In that process, our invited at Melulen Hotel, right from President Taylor House. And that night, they called me about 16,000.
Millennium Crown Hotel or Millennium Hotel. Okay, no, that's the one there is called
President Taylor House.
Yeah, that is how you call the place? Okay, Palm Spring.
Palm Spring. It's a Palm Spring Hotel. And there I go two of my counselors were with me, and they brought money to me. Say, Bishop, join us. I was the pastor at that time. I was Bishop elect. Yeah, so I said, Bishop, this is money. Join us. Let us scrap the company of Geo Cooper. We will give you percentage. I said, I cannot do that. So there are some places I see that people encourage me, say, you have other people that know you. You can do things.
Yes, I agree that you may reject some of these things, but as an organization, what do you do in terms of encouraging leaders to work more of being in the interest of the people rather than themselves? How do you encourage them? What are the things that you tell them?
Well, as a group, we meet National Window Society. We are a group of integrity.
Okay.
The National Window Society, we are a group of integrity. We stand for what we stand for.
All right.
If National Window Society was not a group of integrity, but now we're going to be dissolved. There are many religious institutions, network that have established and they break down because of finance, fighting money. But National Window Society, no.
Mr. Wallace, you seem to be very close to President Weah. I mean, I see you, most of your pictures, you are standing by the president and activities, and you are very close to the president. You seem to be.
Well, I'm not close to the president.
Okay.
I just pray for the president. Yeah, okay. I do agree sometimes we talk. We text. Well, I'm not too close to him.
But sometimes when opportunities afford, what do you tell the president in terms of, religiously guarding them? Like you said, you pray for leaders. But when you have the opportunities to meet the president, the one who's the head of the country, what do you tell him?
Well, I'll have the first encounter with the president. There a call, and he rejected. He canceled the call and returned the call.
Okay.
He said, "Bishop, I canceled the call you." Okay. And I told him, say, I left that very morning was about 5 o'clock in the morning, and I told him, say, I have instruction to pray for you, and I pray. We pray, and I gave him a counsel.
So now you are expanding and you're going to Nigeria, you're going to Sierra Leone or Ghana?
Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Ghana.
Okay, you are going to 3 countries.
I went to Nigeria first.
Okay, so and we're talking about sustainability and survivability of organization of such. How are with your members not being very committed, fully committed to the due payments and commitment made? How do you foresee the National Wing of Success achieving its vision of going out and becoming an international organization?
This group was instructed by God.
Okay.
God is the one who is the foundation of this institution. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I can sit down at night and I one-on-one see things going on. I say, why? Because to say we have a fixed budget, we have cast down a budget, and those budget leave at the wayside because of financial constraint of our pastors.
Okay.
But mind you, when you have a vision, you know that you carry the vision. We have the vision carried on, need people to carry the vision. But in Liberia, when you have your vision, you must carry the vision and make the vision to manifest. Mm-hmm. So what happened? I bless God that I have other sons and daughters who are supported. Sometimes when I call, I say, I need 400, I need 500, I need this.
It's not sustainable.
Yeah, at least again. But my very self, everything I have, I put it into National Wing of Success.
Okay.
Yes, everything I have, I put it. Can you imagine? Sam, I pay hospital bill for some of my pastor's wife. I buy baby top for my son.
Yeah, I mean those are things that generously people would do. But okay, let's come to the church in general. You are a bishop, and you are a member of the Christian community in Liberia, and not just a member, but a very influential member of the Christian community. How do you see the church in Liberia playing its role in terms of preaching and promoting moral values amongst its members?
I stand for one. I stand for the church is divided.
Okay.
The church is divided. Nobody should come on the platform and say the church should work together.
Okay.
The church is divided.
Why? Why is it so?
Because of people take themselves, other people take themselves more better than their friend. Important friend. And
so
you will not understand.
In the body of Christ, and people still think that they are more superior than the others.
Yeah, I have an encounter. A bishop was complaining. The other bishop look at me and say, "You could have bishop. You could have bishop and bring it, you know." Okay. There are other people who take themselves to be the more supernatural, great. But Sam, I asked the question. Sam, I'm so blessed that not only can I have not encountered them to say that to me, because in Liberia, I would say I'm one of the biggest. I am the biggest bishop in this nation with integrity.
Okay. Ask the question on the basis of understanding when these things happen in the body of Christ, what is the role that you and members of the Christian community can play in reconciling yourself?
Let me tell you something. Sam, in the past, I pastored you before, right? I pastor you. I remember when you have a job and you brought your first star to me with $50 US. Okay. Did I force you for you to be my son?
No.
Because you know that I pastor you and you're one of the most influential person in that congregation with Elder Kiwi, who is now bishop. Kiwi gave me 1,800 a star when you're in the congregation while I was pastoring. Okay. Sam, you know what happened in our nation in the midst of the church? Everyone wants for somebody to call them Papa. Now, what is the role of the father? The father should define the role as a father that you want to follow a child. And then the child would define the role to submit to their father.
So on the overall, what I'm trying to understand is the church and members of the Christian community, they are more of reporting themselves in the place of God. That's what I'm saying, because the titles and all of these big names seem to be overshadowing what the purpose for which they were called.
Let me tell you something. For the interview we have, there will be all of bishops that will have problem. Well, I'm saying that the church is divided. It's reality. The church is divided.
What's about, amongst you as bishops?
It's divided.
I understand that there are others who think that they are the big five or big four.
Yeah, wait. I understand. Somebody came to me and told me that bishop, they say they have 15 or 19 bishops in Liberia. I said, are you crazy? Are you killing me? 19 bishops? The age and some of them in there were bishops existing before. You hear me? If you say that you have only 19 bishops, then who determined that? And you look at somebody and say, who make a bishop? Who determine who makes somebody bishop?
Okay, Bishop, let's go to the national scene. You are one of you said the biggest.
I'm the biggest bishop.
Influential bishop
with integrity.
With integrity. How do you see our country? Is it running on a very good trajectory in terms of governance? Because the church has a role to play in our democracy. Don't leave it out. How do you see the country?
Well, Sam, I want to bless God for His Excellency, President George Weah. He may have his own shortcoming.
Okay.
But one of the things I want to bless God in past time when I was coming up, I remember my father one time. Escape. And some small child, but I could understand. I was small, but I could understand some things. And I understand. I saw President Taylor government. People reach home. People left the country.
Okay.
But one of the things I want to say thanks to, bless God for His Excellency President George M. Weah. I understand we have zero tolerance, and we don't have political president.
Okay. Yes.
There is no political president. One of the things you have, if you want to say anything to President Weah, you want to say on the radio, how you denigrate him, say things against him. Sometimes it will hear him, but
he remains tolerant.
So
okay.
I want to tell God, thank you that our country is on the right path. For people running away, people in Liberia saying negative things about their own country on the Facebook. They read in Liberia, nobody chases after them. They move freely.
Okay.
So I want to commend President Weah for that.
Great. So on the overall, what do you see? I mean, is the church playing a very good role in guiding and helping, helping to guide the
Let me tell you something. We have a leader who is very, very smart.
Okay.
A leader who is very, very fast who's smart and sometimes people complain, say, oh, the president go to the Muslim, the president can carry this to the Muslim, while the church are divided. Let me tell you something. No, I'm a bishop. The Muslims, when the imam said this, they remain.
But even in the every sector there will always be division. But what matters is how we overcome those challenges when they come about. So if we allow those challenges to split or and make us even more deeper,
let me tell you something.
Then it becomes a problem.
Let me tell you something.
To play our role.
One of the things that's spoiling us, the church. Mm-hmm. When you have opportunity to go sit with the president or other government official, they denigrate others. See what I mean?
How do we help this process? How do we help? Making sure that we play, the church play its role as a conduit of promoting moral values, of promoting integrity. How do we see ourselves playing this role?
That's why we need to stand to correct those errors.
How do we do that?
We need to correct error with honesty. We should be honest.
Okay.
If you are not honest, you can never correct it. I preach a sermon at Fort one pastor of the church before,
the President's Church.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I preach a sermon. I have the opportunity.
That's the reason why I see you. I said you are close to the president because you are always in the president's church.
I'm not close to the president.
Okay.
Yes, the president see me places. Okay. He speak to me now.
All right.
Anytime he see me, he have to wave to me. But when he say close. I have the time to go to the president. I can call. He don't stop me from calling him, but I'm a mere integrity. I don't just call.
You were saying something.
Yeah. Okay. I preach a sermon called "Error Must Be Corrected." Mm-hmm. And brother, to correct the error, it should start from the church.
Yeah,
the church. If the church cannot correct those errors,
I mean, of course, change must start with us. We got to lead the change that we want to see. The program you are listening to is called Integrity Watch. It's a 1-hour radio program brought to you by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. It is aired every Thursday on ECOWAS Radio 91.5 FM and is relayed on Prime FM in Monrovia. Today we have as our guests the Bishop Sylvester G. Wallace. What GT stands for?
My name, I'm Bishop George Sylvester Wallace.
Okay. Sylvester
Bishop George Sylvester Wallace.
He's our guest today, and he's the president of the National Wings of Success, the Pastoral Network. And he said they have over 20,000 pastors across Liberia with different coordinators and county, supervisors in the different counties. So we are talking about how the church, what role the church can play in making sure that they promote the culture of, promote moral values and cultural integrity amongst the members and the country and members, the citizenry. So we're talking about that, and he has been able to give us some highlight about his activities as a National Wing of Success, how they are praying for the leaders, and how they are helping the governance process. So we'll now open the line so that you can participate while we go on with the discussion. We want to open the line so that you can be part of this program. The number to call 0779 0000691. That is 0779 0000691. So you can call and be live from the program Integrity Watch. We have in studio Bishop Sylvester G.T. Wallace, and he's our guest. He's from the National Wings of Success Pastoral Network. So that's honest. You were saying something about.
Yeah, we're talking about error. Error must be corrected. We should correct error with honesty. If you are not honest to yourself, you cannot correct error. Something happens when God gave me the Children of Life ministry. When I went to the community, people say, "Oh, the guy want for money." So I left the money.
Okay, we got a caller on the line. Yeah, let's hear you, caller.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Let's hear your point.
I'm General Thomas C. Confed from Christian Community Project.
Okay, Tom, let's hear you.
I listened to the three guests when he talked about the bishop. I really want to know who is the greatest in the kingdom of God.
Okay. All right. So who is the greatest in the kingdom of God? That's his question. Okay, Thomas, thank you for your participation. The bishop is listening and he's going to respond to your question. Okay, the number to call to be live on the program is 0779 0000691, 0779 000691. That's the number to call to be live on the program. If you want to participate and you want to send a text message, you can send text message to 0886 474563. Send text message to 0886 474563 and call 0779 000691. Those are the numbers to be live on the program in Targeted Watch. So Thomas is asking if you say you are the biggest bishop in Liberia. Who is the greatest in the body of Christ?
First of all, Thomas, you should know that I run the bigger religious institution, and one who presides over the bigger religious institution, you will be called the bigger bishop. One pastor coming the bigger bishop. The least person in the kingdom of God are the greatest.
Okay, we got a call on the line.
The least person.
Okay, we got a call on the line. Good morning. Your name and where are you calling from? Ben, let's hear you. He's in the biggest because he has the biggest network of pastors in the country, the biggest bishop rather. Okay, Ben. Thank you. Your points are well noted.
Ben, in the winner success. So in the midst of the 50 bishop, I'm the biggest brother. So that's why they call me the international bishop.
I think
so I don't need to.
I think their concern is
I'm not a greater, please.
Oh, okay. That's
no.
Okay, okay, we got another call on the line. Good morning. Good morning. Your name and where are you calling from, ma'am?
My name is Marina.
Marina, let's hear you.
Yes, I want to ask our bishop
Mm-hmm.
Remember that in the church, some of them are low class.
Mm-hmm.
That don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
They get treated in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Do you visit your members who are considered to be low class members? Do you visit them? That's why she's asking.
Say my pastor, you know my mission.
She's asking
I visit everyone. Even my pastor who are not part of my church, they're part of the National Winner Society. I visit my pastors.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I think I'm going on tour in the country. My member, some member at the time started the ministry. Present a bishop, I can still go to my member. I visit my member, and not just visiting them, but
you take something to them. Yes. Okay, we got a call on the line. Good morning. Your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning. My name is Jerry calling, and I calling from Ominga Market.
Jerry, let's hear you.
Yeah, let me thank you for your prayers, but actually, for me, the issue is not just to himself and to the public.
Okay, what?
Even churches, pastors, these people, they can't say, any of them could address what the audience. Someone when they know that you have the upper hand within the church.
Okay.
So if you say you have visit all the members, even the pastors, all of them, and some churches, the pastors, they get them all and they don't have the hand.
Mm-hmm.
They can't put that on it.
Okay.
So if there's got the issue, it should be real. Thank you.
All right. Okay, Jerry is saying you should be real. I mean, you talk about one of your sons being the managing director of the National Port Authority, so maybe that's why they are concerned. Whether you beside the big guys that you have as your sons and daughters, do you go to the ones that are considered to be the lower class ones? That's what they are concerned about. Okay.
Yes, let me tell you. In my church, the church I presided over.
Yeah.
I don't have any government official in my church, in the ministry.
Okay.
I don't have successful business. I have petty traders.
Okay.
And if you get there, if you know the children of light, you get there and go to tell you the contribution of Bishop Wallace. I visit every. First of all, Bishop Wallace is now a bishop that depends on Mema
Okay.
to feed me. No, I get good record on that. Okay. I don't cajole people and give prophecy because I want your money or because I see you get money.
But is that happening?
People do that. My brother, people do that.
Oh, wow.
People do that. There are people who not call. There are people that call themselves. You hear me? But I, Bishop Wallace, I tell God, thank you for my life. That I'm a student of management. I did management of distinction and clarity. I manage my own thing. Okay. I don't go after church member to cajole because when you don't have it, then I understand the frustrated of the brother. What you saying?
I mean he's asking questions.
Yeah, the question, clarity.
The number to call to be live
I
on
understand
the
him. Yeah.
0779000691, 0779000691. You can send text message to 0886 4745638. Callers will call so that they can get clarity on the issue.
Sam, let me
I'm
make
sure
clarity.
They are being personal, but they want to know. Let me be
clarity. I'm very sorry. I can be frustrated on
that.
I can be frustrated on that. Then many places I go, people ask the question, and I'm the first person. So, no, daddy. So when you don't have it, people don't come to you. I say, what? I said, sometimes you can go and meet your daddy. Maybe he busy. You hear me? Yes, people ask that question. It's not then the first person.
Okay.
But for me, in the children of light.
Okay, so now you are head of a very big organization, and you have members, like you said, from different denominations who are part of this network.
Yeah.
How do you encourage visitation or linking up with people who we consider to be low class? Because that's what happens usually. I mean, pastors will look for people who they can get from to visit. And they don't go to the people who are of the lower class.
Reality.
So now they are asking, how do you encourage your members?
Let me tell you,
how do you do
2
that?
years ago, I have a conference, 3-day conference that was very expensive, cost $4,000. And the $4,000 for us to raise that money to have that conference. I had to bring somebody from Nigeria, a professor who in the church, now he bishop now, you are Reverend Doctor, but now he has been called bishop present. He came to Liberia. One of the issue we brought him to Liberia to train our pastors, for our pastors, to be able to do their visitation. Because in the book of Matthew chapter 28, talk about say, go ye forth to the world, bring out disciples of many nations, baptize them, and let them be obedient to what I have taught you. Because I will come, right? Okay. If you cannot go and do the evangelistic, one of the things that Jesus went around, he make people. That's why he brought the 12 disciples. You hear me? So we brought that teaching, and the make him, he taught well. He said it's important that don't look for people who, when you go down to those people who have been marginalized, people who feel that they cannot contribute. And I believe that everyone can contribute. Like in the church are gone. Everyone in the church, forget what they start on. You hear me? They are contributing to the church.
Bishop, let me ask you, do you see the Christian community as being more focused on the titles and not seeing the titles as a mere name rather than looking at the service they're supposed to be rendering to be the greatest thing that they're supposed to be doing, but rather the title have made us most in the people in the Christian community to be more, seeing themselves to be so big now and forgetting about what they were called to do, to be servants. Are you seeing that difference?
Same. When you carry tattoo, when you put your tattoo before your calling, it means you're damaging yourself. For me, I don't look at my tattoo. Yes, on put you on Caro, bigger bishop, bigger religious institution,
But you call yourself that?
Yeah, yes, I'm the bigger bishop. I want my stand. You go on, I'm the bigger bishop. Okay. And I'm not the greater. Okay. I'm the bigger because I preside over the bigger.
It has a tendency of blinding you. So
no,
you see yourself now and you start to.
I go anywhere.
Live.
Let me tell you.
What
I go places that were those that know me. They say, "Oh, Bishop, I'm not proud. I will never be proud. I will never, because I will call to do a job for God. Go ye for to the world, make the disciples, bring my people, gather my pastors, you hear me? Let them pray for those in authority. That's why you see in the National Winter Sources, if you see me and my pastors then, you can, so now we went somewhere and they try to introduce me, say, this is our hair. And the other men say, are your hair? Yeah. Say, yeah. Because you're not seeing my fear, Anna, fear, bonnet, say, Pikete. Who know me?
So, Bishop,
say you know me.
Yeah,
you know
Bishop,
me.
let me understand something from how are you helping or encouraging your members again? This issue about pastors and head of or churches taking their wives, their children to head different departments, especially key positions in the church. Your members, some of your members may be involved into this. How are you encouraging them so that they can promote the culture of accountability in their churches? So that it doesn't appear like a family game to have your wife as the controller of the church or the financial officer of the church. You are the pastor, you are the general overseer, and your daughter or your son is the one who takes the money to the bank. And all of these things like a family game. How are you encouraging your members to avoid these kinds of things and promote the culture of integrity and accountability in the church?
Well, what you're saying is true, but for me, in the
that personal, but I mean, I'm talking about in your organization to encourage members of your organization.
Same, I tell you, we have conglomeration
of pastors.
Yes, from different.
So that's why you are asked to. How are you encouraging them? You are not compelling them, but you encourage them.
We encourage them. We teach them. That's why we bring different workshop, training workshop, conferences, telling them, because we look for those guys who teach truth.
Mm-hmm.
Who teach truth.
Okay.
But my brother, people have set mind.
Okay.
I can never be in the Winter Sources. I bring my wife to be the financial officer of Winter Sources. Am I transparent? Are you kidding me? Okay. Then my son will be even member of my church. Mm-hmm. They are now in top position in the executive. Go to Winter Sources. Go for the national executive. Member of my church are now in top position, and the National Window Sunset Foundation is from the Children of Light.
Okay.
We are having first office now. We go back to Children of Light Church. That's where our office is now. But still, none of my daughters or sons are in top position in the National Executive of National Window Sunset.
Yes, so now, with that said, you got trainings for people, the members on. What are the topics of, do you do financial management so that people can be, okay, we'll take one last caller so that we call it a day. Hello, good morning. George, let's hear you quickly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so pastors don't invest. Okay, so thank you so much. We are out of time, so we want to. Okay, Bishop, you say pastors don't invest.
It's true.
Okay,
it's true.
Let's get that as a
I have my business. I do. I give it to my members. And one of the elderly women in the church called Mother of Faith, she said, "Daddy, don't give your business to any of our own children, because I look at them, how they want to do it. When the day I tell my business to my sons and daughter in the church, my business will. You know why? Because I told them now, I have a dream. I have a school. I have all the plan. I have transportation I want to bring to this nation. Who you think I will trust? I have sons and daughters in the church and the National Window Sources.
You still have to ensure that you put in mechanism.
I will put in mechanism. That's why God favor me this organization, National Women's Society, any church for me to more when I get my book. So what the man say is true. Well, my parting comment, I encourage all pastors that are listening to me. I have one of my daughters, you said that I feel that daughter so much. The apostle who just she's a good businesswoman. She invests. So she can go out of money.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's the voice of Bishop Sylvester G. Wallace. He's the president of the National Wings of Success Pastoral Network. So we're trying to bring members of the Christian community. Next week, we are hoping to have the National Muslim Council to come on the program so that we can bring all the different groups together to talk about how they are building integrity in the different religions. So the program you've been listening to is called Integrity Watch. My name is Sam Zota. I'm the Media and Communications Officer. My colleague, Mark Bondau, has been behind the camera making sure our visibility goes beyond. Join us next week for another edition of the program. Let us to repeat this coming up. Thank you.